Hello everyone, back to today's first video doing Storm Watch for today's first video. So we've got a risk of thunderstorms breaking out over the next few days, and to start off we're going to be quite hit and miss, but I think by the time we get through to around Wednesday and Thursday they possibly get a little bit more widespread. We're going to go through the data in a moment. I'll show you the fact charts from the UK Met so you'll be able to see the broad situation right now. And then we'll go through some high-res models and see what the high-res is forecasting. But yeah, it's going to be hot, it's going to be humid, and potentially rather stormy over the next few days. So here we go. It's been a while since we've had a prolonged period of thundery weather, but this could be it. So I'll get on that for you very short. Just say that coming up later on today, we've got the 10 to 14 day update, including all our big features. I am running quite late today, so I have had a few problems this morning with the PC following a Windows update that was done last Thursday. PC's been a little bit acting up a little bit since then. It's not happy with this Windows update at all, I don't think. So I'm running a bit late. Whether I'll be able to get the USA forecasting today, I'm a little bit uncertain whether I will or not, but yeah, I'll do it if I can, if I've got time to do it. So just watch your space on that one. Okay, let's go on with it. I'm going to start off with radar picture from the weather outlook. So we've already got some storms down in the southwest. Things are already kicking off down across South Wales and southwestern England too. Got this cluster of very vibrant colours here: pinks, yellows, reds. Yeah, so some big downpours, thunderstorms down across Wales, southwest, and one or two scattered showers through parts of the North Midlands, heading up towards Northern England. Otherwise, it has been mainly dry elsewhere across the country so far. Let's have a look at the lightning detector. Look at all that lightning flashing away there in the southwest. So yeah, things have already blown up down across the southwest part of the country. These storms are going to push northwards, I think, through the course of this afternoon. So they're going to head northwards up through Wales, probably into Irish Sea areas around the Isle of Man, northwest England. I expect southwest Scotland and Northern Ireland will probably get some storms later on this afternoon and into this sea. That's not saying there won't be storms in other areas, but in other areas I think any storms that do break out probably going to be quite hit and miss this afternoon. It is going to be primarily to the west, I think, that worst of these storms will be sort of through this afternoon. But we'll confirm it in a moment when we look at high-res models. Here's the facts chart. So this is the human interpretation of models by forecasters at UK Met Office facts chart for midnight. So we're just in a very sort of thundery scenario here. We've got very slack gradients across the country. It's very warm. The air is sort of wafting up from the southeast. No particular area of low pressure, just like a trough that's across the country with these convergence lines, which is just where we enhance the risk of showers and downpours a little bit more. So for example, at midnight tonight we've got a convergence line here across northern England and North Wales. It implies that around midnight the greatest risk of storms will probably be through Wales and northwestern parts of England. That's a facts chart for midday tomorrow. Again, another little convergence line down in the south, and then we've got another one up here across northern parts of the country, more towards the east and the northeast, perhaps East Scotland, eastern England, and down into northern England as well, midday tomorrow. Again, another trough, or trough still seen across country at midnight on Wednesday. Still those convergence lines around, suggesting there will be hit and miss thunderstorms here and there. And pinning down exactly where these hit and miss storms are up to the middle part of the week is going to be quite tricky. Now, as we get through to Wednesday itself, then we start to bring up this area of low pressure. It's a little bit different. It's an area of low pressure starting to drift up out of the Bay of Biscay and through France. And that will bring a greater risk of storms to more southern parts of the country. That's the fact chart for midnight on Thursday. Below then is sitting just off the south coast. Again, we have got these convergence lines pushing northwards with that area of low pressure, bringing enhanced risk of showers and thunderstorms. There's even a weather front there by the time we get through to midday on Thursday, which is as far as I'm going to go with the facts chart. So midday on Thursday, actually got a cold front down across the southern part of the country. Again, just enhancing risk of heavy showers and thunderstorms within this very hot and humid melting pot of air that we're going to have in situ over the country through much of this week. So very, very interesting facts charts indeed. This is how the GFS 6Z, just updated, is looking. So the broad set is that high pressure is sitting over to the north of the country, and we're drawing in a very warm to hot southerly and easterly flow, with a trough developing within the instability across the country at the moment. There's the upper air temperature. They look very, very hot. Those are very hot upper air temperatures for today. So particularly down in the south and south, it could be another very hot day. Temperatures going into the mid-30s Celsius potentially. We will be talking about that in today's second video update. Here's today's Cape and lifted. So we have got plenty of Cape and lifted across England and Wales in particular today. You might look at that and think there's going to be very widespread thunderstorms, but of course Cape is only one part of the equation. You also need a trigger. So you have all the Cape in the world, but you also have to have a trigger, and we haven't got all that good a trigger today. Nevertheless, we've already established there is thunderstorms in the west and the southwest. There could be some storms breaking out in other areas too. Tomorrow, again, we're within that trough, so it's going to be another hot day tomorrow. Upper air temperatures looking really, really hot once again across most parts of the country, especially so for England and Wales. And again, we've got even higher levels of Cape tomorrow. And then into Wednesday, we start to get this area of low pressure forming across France. That'll start to drift northwards. That'll start to push northwards out of France through the middle part of the week. There's the upper air temperature of Wednesday. They still look hot across most parts of the country. Again, appreciable high levels of Cape are lifted in place, particularly for England and Wales. Now, that area of low pressure by like Thursday morning, Wednesday night to Thursday morning, is moving out of France into southern parts of the country. I expect for the south and southeast, it'll be around Wednesday, late Wednesday into Thursday, that you'll have the greatest risk of thunderstorms with that area of low pressure. Still very warm to hot upper air temperature. Not as much Cape around overnight, Wednesday into Thursday, but probably enough to still produce thunderstorms, and actually more Cape as we go through into Thursday itself. So yes, it looks pretty decent, this thunderstorms over the next few days. Let's see how the precipitation forecast shapes up with that GFS run. So at the moment, got these storms in the west and in the southwest as well. So they're going to drift northwards through Wales and up west side of the country. So thunderstorms in other areas, but particularly focusing around Wales, possibly into like the North and West Midlands around 9 o'clock tonight. Some possibly going through to Northern Ireland, South West Scotland, North West England as well. Into the early hours, so storms keep rumbling northwards up through the central western areas. Very little over on the east side of the country. Some showers breaking out there, though, down in the south. That's into tomorrow, so then we've got storms drifting further northwards into towards Scotland, again around northwestern parts of England, some coming down through Wales as well. Again, very little has come through the Midlands into eastern and southeastern England. The storms tomorrow, GFS 6Z is really breaking them out through the central, northern and western parts of the country. Possibly get a little bit more widespread on Tuesday evening, start pushing eastwards through parts of the Midlands into eastern England as well. So you see that very gradually with time, these storms are getting more widespread as we're going along. The instability is just increasing, really. So tomorrow the storm should be more widespread than today, and then go through into Wednesday. Actually, Wednesday is a slightly quieter day, probably ahead of that area of low pressure pushing up from the south. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, though, we bring storms through the channel onto the south coast, and then we go into Wednesday evening and may break out widely then across many parts of England and Wales. Big storms breaking out widely on Wednesday evening, and they continue right into Thursday. So Thursday again, lots of storms, especially focused on the south this time, less so up in the north. It's the south that gets the storm, particularly across southern parts of England and Wales from Thursday into Friday. By Friday, we probably start to lose the thundering potential out of the atmosphere as things just begin to cool down, become less hot really as we go through into Friday. We won't go any further than that. Right, so that's like the low res GFS. Let's have a look at some high res models. This is the high resolution arpege. So again, showing the situation quite nice. Got the storms across Wales, southwestern parts of England right now. So through the rest of the afternoon, they trundle off northwards in towards Northern Ireland, southwestern parts of Scotland. We go a little bit drier behind, but then as we go into tonight, doesn't show as much tonight actually across Wales and like Northern England as the GFS was showing. But as we go later on in tonight, we do bring more storms into the south and the southwest by tomorrow morning. We run through the morning tomorrow. Again, we've got these storms, particularly across northern, central and west areas. Not all that many over on the eastern side, maybe just a few rogue storms. It really is in the north, the west and through central areas that we have the risk of thunderstorms through tomorrow. They carry on rumbling on into Wednesday, and through Wednesday we start to bring some more storms up into the south through the morning. So yeah, there could be some thunderstorms pushing up into the south there, and then through Wednesday itself, again, it's primarily out towards the west of the page what's had most of the thunderstorms until late on. This is Wednesday evening. It looks like things are breaking out there more across southern and perhaps some southeastern areas as well. That's as far as we can go with the page to 6 a.m. on Thursday. Not that many storms over on the eastern side of the country, I have to say. Many of the storms look like they're in western areas with a page. Let's have a look at Icon, DWD Icon. Again, all of this coming from the weatheroutlook.com, by the way, so do check out the Weather Outlook if you would like to do that. So, situation right now is that, again, we've got these storms across the west of southwest Wales, southwestern parts of England. Icon picking that up quite nicely. Into this afternoon, those storms carry on pushing northwards through Wales into northwest England, southwestern parts of Scotland too. So overnight we might sort of push those storms in towards northern England as well. Tomorrow, into tomorrow, showers break out through parts of the Midlands, southern England. They look a little bit hit and miss, but there will be some quite torrential downpours in there, I would have thought. Then going to Wednesday, again, you notice it's in the west. There's lots of storms through the course of Wednesday. Not that much through to, like, East Anglia, southeastern parts of England. Those storms then push northwards up to Northern Ireland and Scotland through Thursday. It could be for the south and southeast. It could be that Thursday is the best chance of bringing these storms in. So this is 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday. Lots of storms then through the Midlands, southern potentially southeastern parts of England as well. So it could be not until Thursday that, like, particularly the south and southeast has the best chance of thunderstorms. So that takes us as far as we go with Icon to 6 a.m. on Saturday. Still the suggestion of some rain down in the south. This is Euro 4 from Meteo Seal. So again, the current situation is showers and storms across Wales, southwestern parts of England right now as well. So they go trundling off up the Irish Sea this afternoon into Northern Ireland, southwestern parts of Scotland. Some more storms, really trench storms there, developing with Euro 4 across the northern parts of Wales tonight. That will bring a risk of flash flooding when those red colours start turning up. So very intense storms kicking off with Euro 4 like tonight across the northern Wales. They trundle off north into northwest England, southwest Scotland early tomorrow morning. A few storms breaking out there like in the early hours and around breakfast time across more eastern parts of the country. So that's like through the East Midlands into East Anglia as we get through to Thursday tomorrow morning, possibly into southeast of England as well. Again, they are looking quite hit and miss, but there are a few there in the east, in the southeast too. Through tomorrow, not as much happening with Euro 4. A few hit and miss thunderstorms here and there, not showing as much as some of the other model data for tomorrow. As far as we go with Euro 4 is to 8 a.m. on Wednesday. We can't go any further than that. And then lastly we've got WRF. Now, I'm not sure if this is showing the current situation across Wales and South West England up as well as some of the other models has been doing. So not showing the current sort of thunderstorms that's going on in the southwest. Interestingly, normally WRF is one of the better models for showing up thunderstorms, but not so much today. Anyway, overnight tonight, we find that, again, it's in the west that we have, or into the evening and overnight, we find that we've got the best chance of thunderstorms in those western areas. And then into tomorrow, after a quieter morning, things do develop again, particularly across western areas, but also into parts of West Midlands as well. Potentially. So that takes us through to the early hours of Wednesday. Again, lots of storms in the west and the northwest, not much over on the eastern side. And then we're going into Wednesday itself, and now the storms are breaking out a little bit further eastward. So this is Wednesday evening. Lots of storms then through the Midlands into eastern parts of England. With WRF, there is torrential rain in there again, especially focused on the Midlands, those bright red colours turning up. So yes, severe thunderstorms then, and even some pushing into the southeast. We're going to the early hours of Thursday, which I think is as far as we can get to. So yeah, things eventually start kicking off in the southeast well, but it does take until later on in the week. So that's how things are currently looking. It's going to be several days of potential thunderstorms here, so it's a very prolonged period of quite thundery weather. Initially, I think we're looking at more western areas getting the storms. With time, they should get more widespread, and so by the middle of the week, I think almost anywhere is at risk of torrential and quite severe thunderstorms. Very significant lightning can be expected. This proper fork lightning, hail as well, wouldn't rule that out. Maybe even a few, little tornadoes and things kicking off. So it could be a very, very intense spell of weather within this hot and humid air that we're going to be sitting under over the next few days. And even for the east and the southeast, by the time you get through to like late Wednesday to Thursday, it does look as though storms will be kicking off there as well. So as the days go by, the thunderstorm risk will gradually be increased. I suspect we'll do this again either tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, we'll see. But I suspect we will have another look as we get close towards that middle part of the week when we're beginning to pull up that thundery low from the south. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like, let us know in the comments what you think, and don't forget to subscribe to the GavsWeatherVids YouTube channel. We're going to be back later on with 10 to 14 day video update, including all of the regular features as well. And if you can get any pictures safely, then we are happy to feature your lightning pictures within the videos. But of course, do stay safe if you are trying to take pictures. Lightning can be a very, very dangerous phenomenon. It does kill, unfortunately, people. So be careful if you want to take any pictures. But if you can safely get some pictures of the lightning, then we'll be happy to feature those in videos. You can share them with us on our Facebook and Twitter accounts. You can email them to us at GavsWeatherVids@gmail.com. You can post them to our Discord server and also on the comment box at GavsWeatherVids.com. All of the links to all of the different pages and accounts within the description at YouTube and on website GavsWeatherVids.com. Okay, so that's it for Storm Watch. We'll update probably tomorrow again or on Wednesday, so watch your space on that. Be back later on with your 10 to 14 day video update. But that's all for now, and thanks for watching.